welcome the past and present, the Noongar people. Also the Wajak mob and the Bila mob who camped and roamed this land for a long, long time. Me, well, my name's Noel Morrison and I come from Katanning. We were involved with over 14,000 children in that time. We taught them about the Noongar people, the walk through the bush, making tarp knives, throwing boomerangs, which was fantastic. You know that tune? I'd like everyone to join in and we all sing it together, because you know what? We are one. We are one, but we are many, and from all the land on earth we come to share our dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australians. I am, you are, we are Australians. Thank you everyone, welcome and have a good day.
Yes, and Noel, well done again, thank you very much. I think his voice just evokes that passion. He speaks from the heart each and every occasion, and we're so blessed to have such a wonderful person in our community. Thank you again, Noel. In my opinion, we have the most belligerent state government that we've ever had in the history of Western Australia. They have set out to divide communities, destroy communities, and to disrespect the values of communities. There is no consultation. I don't think there's a member of the state government, parliamentary member, elected member here today, but we have members from all the other parties at a federal and state level. So why aren't these people here today to listen to hear and to respond to what people have to say? And for when we speak from the heart, we need to have those people here, and I'm afraid I don't think there's anyone here from the government at all, which is very, very disappointing. Our city of Coburn, we've opposed Row 8 formally since 2001, but it goes back a long, long way, much before that, back to the early 80s, when the communities around here have opposed and stood strong as one to oppose Row 8. We've suddenly had the Perth freight link thrown on us from nowhere, unannounced, no consultation, poorly planned, or not planned at all actually, because we now find out that the state government's in discussions with the federal government to actually work out how they'll get this Perth freight link through to the port. And of course, that work hasn't been done. They cannot justify putting on the road the Perth freight link through this area at all, through to Fremantle. And what we're here today for is to stop this road from ever being built. When the Premier announces that he'll build a Row 8 irregardless, without having any plan at all for stage 2 or to the port itself, it does demonstrate a complete disregard for what we all stand for, what this community stands for, and that is to understand and know and respect our political leaders, people that have been elected by the people, but people who should be listening to the people. And I'm very pleased to see people from a wide area of this region come here today. I was told last week that these people like ourselves here are just a renter crowd. That's the information that's been passed to backbenchers in the Parliament of the Liberal Party, that we're just a renter crowd. So put up your hand if you happen to be a local. Please put up your hand. Wow, I would never expected that. I'll be telling the Premier tomorrow when local government reform was on the agenda, a group of mayors, we completely focused on stopping that from happening. We harassed the government at every possible point. We spoke to the Premier, Ministers, backbenchers to ensure that our community, the City of Cockburn and others, had a democratic right to express their opinions. There was so much pressure put on that eventually the backbenchers crumbled, and that's when the Premier came out and raised the white flag. What we want to see him do on this occasion is to raise the flags here, no row 8. We need to put a flagpole up. Raise the blue and black flag, no row 8. That's what we need to do. And we know the common phrase we use is a road to nowhere, a road to nowhere. Over the years, various groups have come together, but I think this is the biggest outpouring of people, emotion and feeling that have come together in my time. I can remember we've had big rallies down here at Bibra Lake from time to time, but importantly we've got to focus now, and we need to continue on contacting the Premier, the Ministers, backbenchers, everybody and anybody we know. We've been told it's just a renter crowd group. So again, I urge each and every one of you to pick out all of those Liberal Party backbenchers that are around the state, but particularly in the metropolitan area, and start asking them the question, what do they know about this project? Why are they supporting it? And if they say, oh no, we're not really in the decision-making circle, well, tell them that they are. Have to remind them that they're elected by the people to represent the people, and they should have a say. It should not be up to one person to dictate what happens in this government. It should be the collective government. And also with the Nationals, again, people who are out there, and we're talking to a number of different important groups who are out there in the country that are worried about this Perth freight link, worried about the tolls that are going to be put on the road, worried about their crops and how they'll get to the port, but importantly the flow-on impacts to them in terms of costs and the flow-on cost to consumers as well. So again, this coming week we're out there in the oceans of the world, and there's now bypassing the Suez and the Panama canals. They're that large, but of course they're not going to fit into the Fremantle equation, nor will the cranes at Fremantle be able to lift the 8 containers in one container concept that's been introduced. So why would you spend billions of dollars building this road and also upgrading the port when it's already out of date really in terms of its ability, its capacity to meet the future needs of our community. So ready to go? So thank you for coming out. It's a glorious day, light breeze blowing, and importantly, as we stand on Noongar country, I pay respect to the elders, both past and present, and extend that respect to Indigenous.
Welcome to Noongar Budja.
Well
this land is significant to us. Like Gail said, the Department of Aboriginal Affairs need to be made accountable. They're supposed to help protect our lands, to protect our future for our next generations, to come together in unity. But Colin Barnett obviously needs to be educated again, because I don't know, it's written in black and white for him up there. We've had sites registered of the significance of this place, but still they can just take it away like that, deregister these precious sites that are no longer going to be there if this massive, big, destructive highway comes straight through. And in my other way, the highway's Row Highway in my essence. A Septimus Row was involved with all the massacres for our Noongar people. throughout Noongar country, throughout our Whadjuk country, right through to Pinjarra, right down through the southwest. So it's about time we start coming together as one and standing up to Colin Barnett, because he wants to save his future, his heritage and his culture. Like I told him back in 2009, we want to save ours for our kids and our future and all our kids to come together, black and white. You know, we're one,
the
we're
whole
together in unity.
Rent-a-crowd thing. We know we're winning. There are a couple of reasons why we know we're going to win this. One is the fact that so many of us are here. Have a look at the representative stalls up behind and you get a sense of the depth and breadth of the movement of the volunteers who've come out and brought this together. That's one way that we know we're going to win. You know, one of the other ways is how desperate and silly they're starting to look. Has anybody seen the Sunday Times today? Apparently, Premier Barnett has called in the spin doctors and we all have to call it the People's Highway. Why are you laughing? The People's Highway. I wonder how much they spent on that consultancy. If you call it the People's Highway, they will forget the abusive nature of this process, the 100 hectares of extraordinary Banksia and Chewett woodland that they want to mow down, the priceless and irreplaceable Aboriginal heritage of 40 or 50,000 years of continual human habitation. The People's Highway. That's how we know we're going to win. Can you please give a gargantuan round of applause for all the volunteers, for Kate and the people who have dedicated their lives to protecting this place.
Turning out and supporting this campaign. Thank you so much. Big round of applause for Rethink the Link. And I also want to thank all of our local government members who've also turned out in force today, from the City of Coburn, the City of Fremantle, the town of East Fremantle, City of Kwinana and Mosman Park. And I know there are people here from the Cottesloe Residents and Ratepayers Association too. Thank you all so much for being here. And it is fantastic to see so many of my parliamentary colleagues here from Labor. We have Simone McGurk, Peter Tinley, Fran Logan, Rita Safiotti, Chris Talentire, Roger Cook. Oh gosh, I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. And from the Greens, Lynn McLaren and Scott Ludlam, of course. Now, I need to know if there is anyone here who is representing the state government or one of the consultants from the state government. If you are here, can you please step forward and show yourself here? In questions in Parliament, the government said that it was spending $240,000 to pay consultants to attend meetings and rallies like these. And when asked if they made themselves known, they said no, but they would if asked. So, are you here? And if you are, can you please come down to the grass down here so we can all see you?
To Parliament House.
Is that you there?
So you're all very welcome to come. Let's have a little bit of a, oh yeah, here's the song. A big shout out, a big welcome to Rowena, our white elephant. Here we go! Looking good. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, roll! Okay, let's see dance moves, everybody. It's a little bit like Zumba down here at the River Lake on a Sunday morning. A little bit of unity, maybe some holding of hands, that'll be good. Holding hands high. Oh, that's great, you guys.
Thank you, everyone.